Hello, 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 hello. Come on in, come on in. I want to share with you. I want to share with you. Let's just take a few minutes and talk about relationship. One of the things that I have done for over 20, maybe 8 years or so is teach on relationship and what have you. And I please don't get distracted with the fact that I've got a fake I'm in a fake room and you can see it all around the lining of my head and all of that stuff. I hate it when it does that, but you don't want to see my room. That's the bottom line. But anyway, I want to talk about love betrayal. I want to talk about love betrayal. What do you do when you feel that you've been betrayed by a love, someone that you love, someone that you gave your heart to, someone that you thought that they really cared about you, someone that you really felt that this was going to go the distance, and just to find out that they cheated on you, just to find out they're not the person who they said they were, and just to find out they're abusive, they're manipulative, they're controlling, they're sociopathic, they are cheaters. Many things, they're lazy. They are not the man, the woman that you thought that they were months ago, maybe even years. So let's first talk about how did we get here. Now, there's many reasons for a situation. There is not a one size that fit all, but one thing that we've got to assess when we look back is your need base. Your need base. That's the first thing that I want to look at, your need base. Many times we go after things simply from a tunnel vision perspective. And, we're like, man, I want somebody in my life. I'm looking for this woman, I'm looking for a man. And then when we see somebody, we're like, man, he's fine. We start talking about the physical attributes of them and what have you. And man, he's fine. She's sexy, da, 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 and what have you. And we get a chance to know them. We start talking and dating and courting in some, especially faith backgrounds. And and we lock in. And I know you may say, well, Bishop, we talked about everything. We talked about everything. I thought I really knew them. And the key thing that you've got to understand is you are talking about probably selective history. And you're definitely talking about a narrative history. And what I mean by selective history, uh, people tell you what they want to tell you. They'll tell you what you want to know. They don't always tell you everything. Not too many people says everything. One, two, uh, a lot of times we just take their word for whatever the situation is. We don't get around in their former circles to find out who that person is. When you are uh, interviewing on a job, one of the key things that they ask for is references. Can your references validate? Now, you can always do what we do. We call our reference, hey, I'm using you as a reference. So, hey, make me look good for the most part. But did you really get a chance to do a reference check on that person? And to, in the back of your mind, to see if what they are saying about their history is compatible to everybody else's views about their history. So people say whatever they want you to say and what have you. And they can be the best of friends, the best of relationships, and what have you. They show up in the moment. Please hear what I just said. They show up in the moment. I will become whatever you need me to be in the moment. The problem is you're not with that person 24/7. And so a lot of times our needs, we can get so focused on our needs until we create fantasies versus reality. See, most of us, when we come into a relationship, we come in with a fantasy. And so that person learns your fantasy and learns what you like and what have you, and they become the character. They become the star character of your inner movie, you know? And it's later on when you got married or been in a relationship long enough that all of a sudden they're not acting like the character in your mind. Why? Because they're starting to be the character of who they really are. So we get caught up in the needs and we filter out the weeds. We get caught up in our needs. We focus on our needs. We feed our needs, and they know how to feed the need and block the weeds. And any weeds you see, you filter it out. You ignore the warning signs. You ignore what is being said because you want to trust. You want to trust. And nobody wants to go into a relationship being skeptical and being critical and being CIA, FBI, and all of that stuff. I get it. But that's the reason why you want to take a longer time in your relationship building days so you can feel really comfortable and good about what you're seeing about that person. So the question is, okay, here I am. I've been betrayed by this person, and you're like, was love enough? Was love enough? Obviously, love was not enough. Let me kind of challenge that, because that's a yes and a no question. And I know some of y'all are like, oh, no. Love ain't enough. Love ain't enough. That person has got to have integrity. Well, I agree. And if that person truly loved you, they would have demonstrated integrity. So you got to understand Bible love, and I'm a person of the faith, and emotional love. So if the question is emotional love, I agree, it's not enough. But Bible love is character. The Bible love is character. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 was all about character traits. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love doesn't take things, think no evil, and the list of things that is, that's character. That's not emotion. That ain't got nothing to do with how you light a candle. It is said character lights a candle. Love lights a candle. Love sets the mood. Love, God's biblical love, is a nature, is a character trait. And so had we had the love of God, it would have been enough. Had we been pursuing the love of God, it would have been enough. But because we don't pursue that, we have a selfish love. We have a selfish love that causes us to get really caught up into what makes us happy, even if that means manipulating you over time, even if that means controlling you to be what I want you to be. Is all about me. That love doesn't work. Or if you're the kind of person that says, listen, I gave you everything that I had and you still won't change. Well, you're right. That love is not enough, because we need character. We need compatibility. We need depthness of maturity in order for us to really see relationship be something. So is love enough? Not our selfish love, but if I really love my wife, I won't cheat on my wife. If I really love my wife, I'm going to take care of my wife. If I really love my wife, I'm going to meet her needs. If I really love my wife, I'm not going to tear her down with words. I'm going to affirm her. I'm going to support her. If I really love my wife, I'm going to be honest and transparent and truthful. If I really love my wife, I'm not going to have women in my DM. I'm not going to be watching pornography at night and getting my thrill looking at some other woman. If I love my wife, I'm not going to do certain things that will hurt her or our relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? So where do we go from here? If you've been betrayed by love, first of all, let me say this. I am so sorry that you've experienced that, because relationship was not to be done in such fashion. It's not to be a thing of betrayal. But if you've been betrayed, this is just a few things that I want to give you and I'll let you go. Number one, I want you to forgive yourself. I want you to forgive yourself. I want you to forgive yourself in thinking that two things, that you've let yourself down after you've given that relationship all of you. Forgive yourself of being hard on yourself and trying to find, I'm talking about if you've been the one that's really been trying to make it work. Forgive yourself. There's nothing perfect. There is nothing perfect. No one is perfect. We're all taking a chance when we go down to the altar. And somebody said, that's the reason why I don't want to get married. You know what? You're still playing marriage right now if y'all living together. You're still doing it. That person can still be cheating on you. So relationship is chance taking. So forgive yourself, not being hard on yourself. Forgive yourself if you feel like I made the worst mistake in life. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. And I know that's easier said than done, because some of you all have children. Some of you all, they were your life. Some of you all are still wrestling with some things. You're tired of being abused and misused, but you don't really have anywhere to go. God will help you. God would help you in that situation. Not only forgive yourself, but love yourself. Too many times we have what we call merged identity, and I'll talk about that in another segment. Merged identity, where we've lost ourselves. We've lost our identity. We've lost our sense of what we like. We are so puppet pleasing until whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to do. We lose ourselves until we don't even know. And so if that person dies or if that person does something wrong, we're really lost, because we don't even know what we want. We've made them be our identity. And so love yourself. Love yourself. Start taking care of yourself. Start making the decision. And it's okay to make a decision when you're used to somebody else making a decision. And if it's wrong, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, is what I'm trying to say. Gain wisdom from what you went through. Gain wisdom for what you went through. Now, and we'll talk about this in another episode too. Don't be bitter, because then you missed it. Don't be bitter alone. If you just stay bitter, you have not become wiser, because all you're looking for is somebody, if you get into another relationship, to meet that need, instead of you becoming wiser about the human, experience, the human personality, and understand this is just what you went through, one of the many things that you need to be concerned about. So gain wisdom. The next time you date, build accountability. Look at it as a puzzle, 100-piece puzzle. You really want to do a research on that person. First of all, build a good friend, become friends, build a good friendship before you build an intimate relationship. Become the best of friends before you give yourself to somebody because they're cute and you're lonely and you're getting older and everybody else has got somebody. Get past all of that and just say, hey, you know what? I want accountability. In other words, I want people around me to know this is who I'm talking to, kind of, sort of, so they can be discerning. They can be evaluating. They can say, hey, had you thought about this? Did you ask them that? In your milestones and what have you, and you'd be surprised how that helps. It makes sure that they open up their world for you to get to know their family, friends, co-workers, and what have you, because what you're looking for is consistency. Then more than anything, seek the heart of God when it comes to your relationship. Seek God, say, God, hey, show me the way, show me who I need to talk to, who I need to relate to, who's the best person for me. Who am I? Come on, who am I? So if I learn who I am, I'll make sure that I'm not asking somebody to meet a need that I'm really supposed to meet for myself. Listen, I hope this has helped you. I love you. I'm praying that God will heal your heart and that this sharing on today has equipped you to know how to move forward dealing with relational hurts. We're going to come back with some more. Like, comment, and share this video. We're going to be dealing with relationship and many other subjects in future presentations. Blessings. Have a nice one.